Tuesdays divide, the clock hits 8. No filters here, just talk that straight. Laugh so loud it can shake the gate. Facebook fam always pulling their weight. We hit live, roll like the streets we roam. Truth in the mic, we don't play clone. Real ones know this is where it's grown. No bravado, just a real talk zone. No bravado, that's the code. We go live and we unload. Real talk flows never slow. Facebook crew, that's the road. No bravado, no disguise. Tuesday nights we energize. Truth and laughter we baptize. Tune in fam, we're on the rise.
Help if I unmuted my mic. Hello. I'll try again. We are talking. My mic is muted. Let me add. Babs in the background rolling their eyes.
Like, back again. Come on.
How you guys doing? Happy to see you.
I'm happy to be here. Good evening to yourself and to Shah.
Yes, Gary's probably good. It's not his week this week anyway. And he said yesterday, he said, "Oh, come on." But I don't think he remembered Arsenal was playing. So now Arsenal's playing. I don't think we're gonna see him.
Okay.
Yeah,
Loves his footy.
Yeah, I'm gonna share the link to the actual live so you can share it in your content.
Yeah.
Contacts. Why can't I speak today? Yeah, because I took my mum hospital, and then on the way back we got caught up in the bag of nonsense where I had to end up taking the train part way and the bus part way because all of the football supporters were on their way to go. So the train line was jam up, and I was like, we can't do that. We have to come out. So we came out at King's Cross, took a bus, came home. So yeah, it's madness. But how's it going for everybody? Donna, what's going on for you?
Well, you don't know it already. You know, just living life. Got a new job.
Season's changing.
Yeah, just enjoying. You know, I really like myself. I really like what's going on for me right now.
Oh, I love that.
Good. It's a nice feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, I love that.
I haven't. I spend the majority of my existence fighting for one cause or thing or another. So this is. I'm not fighting right now. This could be soft life, Donna. Hey. This could be it. This could be my. Let me not go too far and talk about feminine energy. But yeah, I mean, I'm having I think I've worked hard for it, so I'm enjoying the fruits of my intense labor.
Yeah, good. So you should.
I'm still trying to decide if this comment is racist or not because we get a lot of racist trolls on YouTube.
Yeah.
But the free Manamasin says peanut butter. What does that mean? Yeah, because my block finger is hot, boy. So
block them anyway.
I didn't think we was gonna see you because of football, blood.
Yeah, so I was watching it and stuff. You right? You look right? Everyone good?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, I'm cool. Chilling. Chilling.
Good. So, lots to discuss today. I've got a few things. I don't know if I want to circle back to that post that you put in the group, Gary, about child support, because we didn't get to do it last week, because we didn't go last week. We didn't go live last week. Everyone was mash up. So we didn't do it. So I want to circle back to that. There is a Russian man running around between Ghana and Kenya. Have you not heard about this?
Yeah.
Not the first time.
All right, I'll play some videos for you. Russian man running around. He slept with over 400 African women. Allegedly. Allegedly is infecting everybody purposely with HIV. But from the research that I've done, they're saying that there's no credible kind of sources that are saying that. What he's, so there's what he's up for is basically filming people without their consent and then putting it up on a website. So we'll get into that.
What? Sorry,
Go on.
where's he filming? Like the act.
The act, and just how easy it is to get them to come back with him.
Any something to do with like trying to show Russian men how easy it is to get black women.
Yeah,
Black women that
how
really
easy.
simple
That's
to
what I'm
get.
saying.
Yeah,
How easy it is to
yeah,
get
this-
them.
you know,
to come back with him.
you lot free a penny. Not even
Gary.
Good evening, Vina. How you doing, Sugar Plum?
I'm just saying that's what he's saying. I'm saying you're 10. He's saying it's free. I mean,
10 a penny.
that's
I mean-
we had joke. T.
But it's not free a penny. It's not free a penny. It's 10 a penny, isn't it? But
Huh? Can you imagine?
so let's get into it. First of all, I want to show you. I want to do the Oscar looks. Oscars was on Sunday, was it not?
Yeah, Sunday. Yeah.
I didn't watch it. Michael B. Jordan won. Good evening, Davina. How are you, Sugar Plum? Thanks for being here. Davina won. She's stuffing her face. I'm stuffing my face currently. I'm watching the show. Good to have you here. Michael B. Jordan won. I said Davina won, but you are winning, sis. An Oscar, so congratulations to him. Has anyone seen this film that he's
Sinners, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah, Sinners.
Is it in the cinema or is it?
It's gone long gone. It's come out a long time ago. Do you know what? Have you ever seen Quentin Tarantino's From Dusk to Dawn?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Is it
It's
that
basically
kind
the
of?
same film.
Okay.
It's basically
Okay.
Oh, really?
yeah. It's
Okay.
done wrong. It's good, but it's done from a black perspective.
Okay. Charlie,
That's
give me
around-
everyone comment under the live in the group, please, because I used mine up today.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
it's an all right movie. Do you know what? When I went to watch it, I think I watched it with Lorraine, and then after a while, she was like, "Not watching it because she don't like anything to do with those types of things."
Like horror movies.
Oh, them devilment things, yeah, and to do with like the devil and all them types of things. She's not about that life, so she wasn't. But it was
So
all right.
is he depicted as the devil in this?
No.
Okay,
It's
good.
about vampires. My son went to see it. It's about vampires.
Vampire. So basically, it's about vampires and kind of there's it's that kind of how they got infected and that kind and about music and about devil's music and stuff like that. So basically, the vampire wanted to infect one guy because he was an amazing musician. And because he's an amazing musician, because with the music he could infect the world.
Hi, Luke. Yeah.
So that was it, basically. That's it, basically. I mean, it was a good movie. It's very well written. What's his name? Ryan. I forgot his name now. The black director Ryan. Yeah. It's very one. I mean, it won bare BAFTAs. It's decent. It's a decent movie. Even the black girl, I've got her name now. Umar. I forgot her name. She was very good in it. The girl from Birmingham. She was amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, she was amazing in it.
Okay.
It's worth a watch. It's worth
a watch.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't like vampire-y kind of things either.
It does say to you, it's not a Tyler Perry movie. So you're alright.
Oh,
I like Tyler Perry movies. In fact, Beauty in Black's coming back soon. I've sent you the link, Donna, so you can share that out to people. Beauty in Black's coming back soon. So, she's gone. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, moving on. So, this is Heidi Klum. I don't know who she's
Heidi
wearing.
Klum.
It's been really difficult to find out who some of these people are wearing. But what do you guys think of this?
I don't really like it. She looks straight.
Yeah.
She got no shape. Just straight.
None whatsoever.
I swear I had a dress like that from ASOS one time.
Your camera's gone, Don. Is that purpose?
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to fix it, but yeah.
Don't like it.
Okay.
No.
You don't like it? No?
It doesn't do anything for her. She had no body to it. It's just too straight.
It's sheer and it's got beading on it. She came up on the best dressed looks. She did.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
they
No.
liked it.
There's one. There's one girl I saw, and she
Yeah.
looked absolutely amazing. I can't believe black girl, like wicked. So and she looked 10 times better than her. Or maybe it's the way she's standing. I don't know.
But she's not really. A lot of the black people are not really coming up on the thing. Spike Lee and Tony Lewis Lee.
Even she looks better than Heidi. She's much
Really? You
older.
think-
Yeah,
No. She don't.
She does. She's much older, personally.
No, she don't. I mean, Spike's in it. So Spike wears what he wants to wear. Spike buses what he wants to wear. But yeah, it's not. Yeah, you know, the gold dress ain't working for me.
In
don't like
terms
the
of
gold
Heidi,
dress?
she's
You think she's? I think Spike, like you said, Spike is just Spike in it. So
Yeah.
just Spike one. It just I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
But this is just how he is. This is Buddy Guy. Apparently, he was in the Sinners as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is how he turned up to the Oscars.
Money turn people foolish, innit?
My man looked like he should be working on the car mechanics.
Do you know what I mean?
Right? TLC he said, I'm confused, Gary. Do you know CL is in progress? What's C/L?
So.
What's C/L? Who is Arsenal?
Champions League.
Oh, Champions League. Is that what
That's why I turn around and you see it's on the TV. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think we was going to see him today, Taff. So we're happy. We've lost Donna. I don't know what's happened here, but hopefully she'll come back. Hopefully she'll be back. So yeah, I was not impressed, and I think someone should have said, "Blood, it's the Oscars. I know you're old enough to do what you want to do, and he's a legend in the music field apparently." But
yeah, he's the guy. He's the guy that the story was based on. I think.
Oh, is it?
I'm sure it was.
Well, then come on.
The jazz musician.
Good evening, Daniel Madden-Shaw. Evening, Massive and Crew. He doesn't call us ragamuffins today. I quite like it when you call us ragamuffins. Maybe because you saw Donna was on, he thought, let me not say ragamuffins today. Hopefully she'll be back anyway. Next slide. Now, this woman didn't iron her shit. Maggie O'Farrell just flung on the dress. Can you see all the creases in it?
It's silk in it, yes. So it creases when she sit down. It's creases. Is this before or after?
This is before. This is red carpet. So I know when they're going in. I was like, blood. Not an iron.
The whole of her front is creased up.
So the whole of the thing is creased up and ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Like, go home and at least iron your shit and come back. No?
Yeah.
Gary?
I don't have to look. It's you know what? I got a pet hate with women of a certain age. And it doesn't seem to be actually there's a couple of young girls I see wear it as well. What are they going with them stupid things that are not gloves what are they about? I hate them lace things on your hands. That's the way. Jeez. What is it? What are they? What are they meant to do?
I don't know, but I was actually find an iron, like, please and thank you. Awful, worst thing I've seen on the red carpet. Awful, Maggie O'Farrell. You should be arrested. It's terrible. Donna, any thoughts? Let me go back for your. What did you think of Heidi?
Okay,
you didn't like Heidi.
I said I had a dress like that from ASOS. This is before we had ASOS Love. Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
Spike Lee and his wife.
Oh.
No,
Narcissist. That's not the one. No, that's not the one.
not the one.
No.
Buddy guy.
Mirror. Who's this?
This is how we turned up to the Oscars, and the film was about him as well. They couldn't tell him put on a little suit. It didn't have to be nothing. You know, you can wear your polka
Why
dot
is man?
with a little
Is that
suit.
a PE? Is that a leather dungaree?
Yeah, it looked like he should be working in a garage. I told you.
Yo, that man looks frowsy.
It's terrible.
And you know what? No, think about it. Why didn't they give him a black hat to match? You know what I mean?
Right, it would have been better. Yeah.
Where is your
Yeah.
family? The film is about you. It's Oscars. This is big
maybe-
things.
But the shirt's got a leather collar.
But this is where I bet what he's wearing costs more than my house. So what I'm saying is, this is where buying into that nonsense, it don't look good.
Probably, love. But yeah, someone should have said something, I think. Davina saying no amount of ironing could save this pink mess. But I still think run an iron on your shit if you're on the red carpet, man. Come on.
Yeah.
And also the dress is not very forgiving. I mean, she's got a waist, kind of. She's not showing any cleavage. I don't know with the fascinator net, man. I don't know what's going on there. And then you've got the quarter glove thing, lace glove in that beautiful sleeve. The sleeve is actually quite elegant if it had dropped differently.
That black thing.
No, the sleeve of the dress.
Oh, okay, cool.
The sleeve of the dress, not the lace sleeve.
It's not.
No.
Listen, young lady. It's not a sleeve. It's a cape. It's a cape.
A cape dress.
It's a cape. Like she thinks she's Superwoman. It's like it's a cape. It's not a sleeve. It's a cape.
Take the piss.
It's a cape.
Yeah, I know she's ginger in it, so I know pink and ginger. Pink and ginger's work, but the rest of it is not working, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Who else we got? And
that's nice. Yo,
Yeah.
And that's where she always looks decent. I'll give her back. She always look good. That new film's coming out soon, isn't it?
That's a look still. I like that.
The new film's coming out soon.
Okay. So do you like her gloves, Gary?
I don't overly like the gloves, but the dress gets it. Yeah, just I can't knock it. Yeah. I mean, and then she has to, because she's got the also again the Devil Wear Prada 2 coming out, so she has to look the part in it. Yeah.
Okay. It's interesting about what they're gonna do in that, but I suppose you have to watch it to see. Some films don't need a sequel.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I was like, Rahul Mishari and David Webb jewelry. It's a hot mess.
It's the coat. It's the coat.
But then, for the most part, this has always been my opinion. Yeah, Americans can't dress for shit.
Nope.
Yeah. It's always been my. Okay, so there might be people out there who. Yeah, I'm talking about in terms of class, in terms of these type of events. I'm not talking about your street thug kind of. Yeah. But this for a red carpet event, the Oscars is a hot bag of what the hell?
I think if you zoom in, the dress doesn't look too bad. It's the coat it's whack.
It's just all confusing to me.
All a mess. I don't know if I can zoom in any more than.
No, I can. I can zoom in.
Yeah, I can't zoom in. It is what it is. But yeah, it's a mess. The whole thing is a mess. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry. I was like, big Oscars. I've got better in my wardrobe. Zoe sent that in St. Laurent Cartier jewelry. It looked like a 90.
I don't like it.
Right.
I didn't like it when she came to give the award out to somebody. I didn't particularly like it. You know, she's the most successful money-wise actress ever.
Okay.
Is she?
She's been in her films have made more money than any other films.
I can imagine she's a good actress.
Really?
Yeah, that's because she's been in blockbusters, isn't it? So she was in the whole of the Avengers
Avatar.
and all that. She's been in all those, Guardians of the Galaxies, and then she's been in what's them again? So I think all her movies, like her big movies, have been in the top 7 most grossing movies. So Avatar 2, the 2 Avatars or 3 Avatars.
Yeah.
The what's them again? Endgame, Avengers, and all that. Yeah.
Okay. Well done, you. I didn't like it though. This looked like a 90.
It's horrible.
me.
It's horrible. So,
Yeah. Sorry,
Do
Zoe.
you know what? I'm a bit racist as well. I don't know when every time I know she's in love with her husband and thing, but every time I see her and they're just hugging him up and things, like you're doing too much. The white guy with long hair.
Yes.
Doing too much.
I don't remember. I've jumped at the tomorrow, yeah, but it's no bravado.
Gary, some
Gary,
things are less. Some things we talk about when we're back at the ranch. It's not everything.
It's just something about him and her. I just think, oh. But you know what? They're in love, so I can't. You know, it's not. Lots of people don't matter. It's not a rating. It's just like some people when I see them with their partners,
they do too much.
They do too much.
Yeah.
And so it's not. I'm not saying it because he's white. I'm saying it just feels like you do too much. It's always like, he's so good looking. He's the most beautiful man. It's like, let it go. It's your husband. You don't need to big him up. He knows he's your man. You know what I mean? You married him. Let it go.
Right.
So, so it's not a case of like I'm saying. I just don't like some people just do too much.
You said I'm a bit racist with the white stuff.
It's not a bit racist. It's just
to try and reel it back in.
No,
but,
it does sound a bit racist, but it's not.
What
It's not meant to
is it because let's be honest? Is it because if he was doing too much like that with a black guy, would it irritate you? Do you think?
Yeah, because lots of people do it. That's what I'm saying. Like even when I see some other couples, it's like you're doing too much.
Right, yeah.
Like, let it go. It's not Rachel. I did because your husband has to be white, but I see him together. It's like you're doing too much. Let it go.
Right.
Let it go. But then again, it's not for me to judge them because that's their relationship and they're in love, and that's all great. I can't even knock it. Maybe I'm jealous. Right. Maybe it's that. Maybe I want to be like there, hugging at people and then
Confessions of a DJ, boy. What?
Too much. I don't know. Don't you find that? You find that sometimes when people do too much, it's a bit too much.
Yeah,
I'm like you. I didn't grow up in a time of overt public displays of affection, so it's not that I cringe, but I'm like, yo, get a room, innit?
Yeah.
So I hear you. I do hear you, but I'm just It
gets on my nerves too. I don't. Yeah. A little hug or kiss, but you're constantly, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
What is Regina Hall in Yara Shoemaker and Pomeletto Jewelry.
Come on, dress man.
You like it? You like
it?
I would
wear something like that. Yeah, man. It's hot.
Yeah, bad. Simple but effective.
Yeah, man.
I wasn't sure about it.
I'm not sure about that at all. Look like
I like something different.
I was just like,
I like it.
Yeah. You know what? I like the dress, but I still like the top.
But I like that it's different. I like that.
Yeah.
I didn't think there would be another dress like that. I like that she's just chosen something that is eye-catching and different. Yeah. And she's wearing it well.
Absolutely. No faults.
With the slash of gold in the middle, like, yeah, man, I'm for it.
It always looks good anyway, so I can't knock her.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna lie. Demi Moore in custom Gucci.
That is so Gucci though. Like you wouldn't have to tell me that's Gucci. I could tell it's Gucci when you're looking at it. Something they would do, especially with the color and the gold and the green and the gold.
Feathers.
Sorry.
Is it ostrich feathers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's too high. It's if it's a bit lower, it would have been a bit better, but it's a bit
Peacockish.
yeah.
needed
That's what
to be high.
the look they were going for, though.
Because she don't have no breasts. So it needed to be high.
Her face is too close to it.
Looks like she could poke her eye.
But
Right,
if she
it's
had
just
when
breasts,
she sneezed.
that's my point. If the weight of breast there would have forced it away from her face ever so slightly. What's she
Right.
on the breast?
True.
Oh dear. All right. Who's
But I
next?
like that color green. I do like that color green.
Yeah,
That's
I
nice.
do.
That's nice.
Kate Hudson in Amare Privé.
Yeah, that's nice.
She looks like a nice. That looks. Yeah, man. I could work with that.
Mm,
Yeah, that's nice.
To me, she was flawless. I loved this
yeah.
look.
Yeah, nice. That's nice.
Apparently, her jewelry was worth 35 million.
Okay.
You borrowed that.
Yeah, 35 million just for the jewelry. But they must have security that's kind of hanging about somewhere.
Close. Close.
Yeah, you must
Just
do.
look at the shop.
35 million around your neck. But yeah, I thought she looked flawless, stunning.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
I
Hair
think
looks
she's been
nice.
she's been getting some things from Nollywood still. That looks like her. I like it.
Yeah. I was like, go on, Kate, come on. Emma Stone
Hell,
in Louis Vuitton, I believe.
a hot mess.
I don't mind it.
Yeah. Repossi jewelry. Eh?
I don't mind. It's just one of those understated things in it, floating like a ghost outfit.
Yeah.
It's like a typical white girl dress. It's awful. It's ivory.
Right.
She's pale. Like there's no detail to it. She's got no
Nothing.
defining features underneath it. It just looks like with the nicest thing is the cap sleeves, I think. But more than that, that's like a Laura Ashley satin number. Like, nah.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
No.
Nope.
Oscars. It looks like one under. First time when my mum used to have
Undergarment.
maternity, her old maternity nightie. How does it look like? But my mum's ones were pink and baby blue. Like that.
Oh dear. Oh, right. So we don't like you, Emma Stone. We don't like your dress. Michael B. Jordan in Louis Vuitton.
I want to see Michael B. Jordan out of his clothes. I'm not really interested in what he's wearing.
You and half the world, love.
Come on, what a mighty fine black man! Like what?
Yeah. Moving on. Chase Infinity in Louis Vuitton and De Beers jewelry. I hate this dress. I just think it should be burnt. It's awful.
It's the color that's turns it off mostly. Who
It's
wears lilac?
awful. It's so bad. That I was just like, who is she anyway? I don't know who she is. But she's got to be somebody to be there, I guess.
Is she not a singer?
Yeah, hold on a minute. It's okay.
Yeah. Hate it. Charlene, what's your opinion?
Yes, if the colour's wrong, as Gary said, there's something about that colour. If it's a different colour, like a black or something, it could work, but the colour's just not doing it for me.
Not doing it for anybody. But she probably but you know what? You put these things because you know what? With the Oscars, I suppose you get like 10 or 20 dresses to try on, so that's the one she chose.
Yeah.
You mean?
Yeah.
You get bare dresses to try on, from what you can say. Because all designers want you to be in their garments for the day.
True.
No, man. Minimal, but I was just like, it's awful. The color's awful. The thing at the side that should be at the back.
Yeah.
I want this. It's just too nuff and not enough. Just too much in the wrong places. You know what I mean? What the hell is happening at the Oscars? Tiana Taylor in Chanel.
I don't like that at all.
She'd have
Don't
done
like
much
it.
better.
Don't like it. That's yeah.
It's a nice dress, but not on her. Dress is okay, but
Expand?
just not on her.
What do you mean?
It's too.
She's been killing the red carpets lately. Menard Live, she's been doing really well. Like all of her looks have been flawless.
For me, it's
But
a
what
bit
do you
too
mean?
plain for
It's nice,
her.
it's not on her. What do you mean?
It's a bit too plain for her. For her personality, that I wouldn't put it on her. Doesn't do anything for me for her personally. Too subtle
You
for
just
her.
don't like Tiana Taylor, innit, Gary? So is that why?
I don't dislike her, I don't know her, but I don't think the way people go on about her. I don't. You know, man, like, oh, she's got a pixie cut. Like most of the girls I know with pixie cut look way better than her. But I just think people hype her up a bit too much. But yes, I mean, I don't like the dress. I think it's not a personal thing. She wore a nice dress there. Yeah, it looks a bit like. I don't want to be too overly rude, but it looks like a sheepdog. Yeah, actually.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
So don't be overly rude. Oh dear, too funny. Yeah, I think that's my last slide. I think she was the last one.
Yeah.
So yes,
not many hits. Not many hits. Them. I'm sure I saw one girl and she looked amazing. I can't remember what it was. The black girl just looked really good.
yeah. I mean, they're really difficult to pull images. Like you put in Oscar looks, and it's just a whole bag of talala. You have to go there and go there, and even asking ChatGPT to do it, saying it can't do it because of copyright and this and that and that and this. So yeah, I had to take my mum hospital, so I didn't have time to really go into it. So I just pulled what I can. But yeah, that was the Oscar looks. Let's go into. Oh, I don't know where Donna is. Let's do this quickly whilst Donna is away, because let me share my screen. All right, so I thought this was an interesting question. Wanted to see what everybody thought about this. So Stephen asked, Getz and his beautiful wife have been together, have been all over the timeline. Word he's facing 12-year sentence and he's got people debating loyalty. Ladies, be real for a second. If you were the wife, what would you do? A, would you hold it down the whole time, stay loyal and support him through everything? B, support him but do your thing on the side and then cut it off when he comes out? Or C, walk away completely. Life's too short to wait over a decade. He's going to have to do 8 years. He's I think they said he had to do 2/3 of it, so I think it's 8 years or something like that, they said. See, walk away, life's too short to wait over a decade. Be honest. Which one are you picking and why? So I'm asking for everybody I wanted to flip the scenario. Like if your woman went to jail because women do go to jail, would you wait? And if it were you, if you were in this situation, would you wait as a female? So Charlene, what would you do? Would you wait?
No. I thought of thinking yes, but then I'm just like, honestly, like because I hadn't seen the video and that, I was just like really shocked.
What a goal!
I was really, really shocked, but it's not the first time we've done that, and sometimes love just isn't enough. So yeah, I'll be fooling myself. I would have to love you from afar. I would have to, yeah. I couldn't.
Gary, if the situation was reversed and your woman went to jail for 7, 8 years, are you waiting?
Depending what it's for, to be honest with you.
So tell me, what would make you wait, and what wouldn't?
If it's something for, I don't know, our children or something like that, and then she thump up someone bad, so whatever, then yeah, cool. If it's like, see, the get thing is, I'm thinking if it was something like that, I'm maybe I wouldn't. But if it was
Right.
something, you know, it depends what the case is, to be honest with you. So if it was defending me, for example, or something like that,
Yeah.
then definitely. But if it's like something like, well, you're just being dumb. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
a couple of the girls I've dated, then they, quite a lot of them actually, they can't not be the people that have the last word.
Right.
Yeah.
So it could be a situation where they just get vexed, and then person was like, keeps on going, and so someone tops on. It's like, for me, to let it go with it. Let it go. And
Yeah.
I think if it was something dumb, then I wouldn't. But if it was like, I saw a reason behind it, then yeah, there wouldn't be a doubt. I would stay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I spent most of my life celibate anyway, so there's no reason to not wait.
But like I said, it does all depend on the situation. But that, you have a history of doing things like that, and it could have been so much worse, kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, but if you're defending your family or defending me, that's a whole different situation. But that situation, I don't know. Very unlikely. It'll be very hard for me too.
But yeah, but then again, then people would say that you don't love the person. You didn't love the person because if they loved him, wherever they're done, you would want to stay there and be there for them.
No, but then that's me saying I love you unconditionally now, and I don't love you unconditionally. If you're doing things recklessly, continuously, I can't love you. I'm not going to love you unconditionally because of that bullshit. I'm just not. Because it could be the fact that he knows that he's done it. He's known for doing it more than once, and your actions have been a cause of somebody losing their child. That's crazy. If it's just madness. So I will never say I'm going to love you unconditionally. No, there's not. There is a condition. If you're moving crazy and so forth, I can't be with you. I'm not saying I don't love you, but love is not enough. There's a breaking point. There has to be. There definitely is a breaking point. But if you're defending me, and so if you're doing something where you're protecting me and your family and so forth, yes, fine. But something like that, no. So it does depend on the circumstances. I'm not just gonna walk away just like that for no reason.
Gonna walk away from love.
No, walk away.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't just kick out. I mean, I'd definitely do the court with them. If they got off, they'd be good. But other than that,
What would you do?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I probably would hang about. I wouldn't want to kick him after he's down.
wait for him to come out and then kick him.
I wouldn't want to abandon him because it depends. Because if he's genuinely remorseful, and because your wife or your husband is going to see you up close when you're going through all of that, and to say, all right, he done was stupid, and it did take a life, and he's going to pay for that. But to say that I would abandon him in that harshest moment, I don't think I would. I probably would just cut it in two.
Oh, no.
Cutting that to a technical piece on the side and cut it off when he's coming out. If I was that type of girl, but I spend a lot of time celibate, so I don't think.
But you wouldn't be celibate because you'll be getting it so much, and then suddenly you got to go from getting it to getting nothing.
Yeah, but that happens when you're in a relationship, doesn't it?
Yeah, but at least you got
When I'm in a relationship and I'm having good sex, I'm in a relationship having great sex. That's great. But once it's done, it's done. I'm not governed by it, which I quite like. So I'm not somebody that is oh, I have to have sex, or I'm pulling out my head, I'm not having sex. So I'm quite disciplined in that way. I'm quite proud of that. I wish I was disciplined with ganja in that way, but I'm getting there though. I haven't smoked in
1 hour.
I wouldn't say 9 months. 10.
They've been very
15
good.
minutes.
What's 15 minutes before football finishes and we can
No,
have
15 minutes before he smokes his last smoke.
No, it wasn't 15 minutes. All right, so here's all of the comments. So what did our No Bravado Massive say? All comments.
Your niece, she killed me. I was dead.
Since my niece is fucking hilarious, mate. She is so funny. She said, I'm getting on with my life. From first-hand experience, it ain't worth putting your life on hold. When she flings down the
I know.
she's hilarious.
Oh,
Dead. Oh, I'm dead. The blind shutting. Yeah. Rodney said they holding it down and getting some D on the side. I said to him, don't deflect. Would you wait for your missus if the situation was reversed? Tumbleweed. Because they know they're not. You're not waiting.
right.
Amari Carr said, if it was such a reckless and careless act, the marriage is over for me. You showed no consideration for our marriage and consequences of your actions as an adult with a family.
The worst thing about it, because I was thinking about it afterwards, if you've got kids and a man's driving around with the kids like that in a car, because you can't trust gets to drive around with your pitney them.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can't. He says he thought someone was chasing him, but that just sounds like
That's the weed.
yeah, so like you had a really bad trip on something.
Yeah, the
Consequences for your action as an adult family. You have done the careless driving thing previously. Now it's over for me for this type of crime, respectively. Better or worse, marriage vows are no longer applicable. Your act broke them. Fair enough. I got that. Davina said, this is what I said on other posts. He never considered her when he made the choice to get drunk, get behind the wheel, drive recklessly, mow someone down, not stop, tried hiding the car and lied about it. His actions during and after the fact showed no remorse for what his actions brought about. It doesn't matter if he got 1 day or 50 years. I wouldn't and couldn't support this and would not be waiting for him. Fair enough. I can't remember if she has children with him, but he could be out in 6 years, so she should wait a while.
Well, that don't make sense. That don't make sense. That don't make no sense. Why are you waiting a while? You haven't waited the full time, or you're not.
Well, you're not waiting at all. Exactly.
You haven't waited full time, or don't wait at all. They don't. It's no. I'll wait a while. I'll wait 2 years. Wait a that.
Yeah,
he's trying it out.
I said, what would you do if the situation was reversed? If I'm married, I'll wait a while, but she knows I'll get some in a couple of years. Yeah, so he's not staying faithful. I couldn't. I've just seen the video. I was horrified.
Do you know what would be worse actually? If he did it, and you come out, and you do between 6 and 8. And then you do something in prison stupid, like getting an argument fight, and then they extend it for another year. Then I'm not waiting. You're thinking of me.
In prison, you have to defend yourself because people just come for you for the sake of coming for you.
I don't care, man.
Like, people come for you anyway, let alone in prison. Everyone's got something to prove. It's stupid. You know what I mean? So
it can be like vibes and start right to tuning and make some money.
Vibes was in prison. I was like, how's this man making so much records? I don't understand what's happening.
I want to know how
good rhythms as well.
How did he know what was going on the street? Because he was like proper up to date.
Yeah, people were sending it to him on his phone. He said, When I watched the interview. So yeah, they all had phone and all them things, and if you got money, then you have privileges, isn't it? You said I couldn't. I've seen the video. I was horrified. Charlene says, and also knowing it's not his first time doing it. Just never got caught. I'm gonna have to love you from afar. Sometimes love is not enough. I would be kidding myself if I said yes. Part of me might want to try, but I don't think I could, honestly. If you love someone enough, you can wait, says Yvonne Walters. With that said, it depends on the dynamics of their marriage and who she believes he is, a husband, father. Nothing wrong with getting a leg over whilst he's in there. Forgiveness goes both ways. Our group's naughty. I love them. I love you said you hear that. No sex for long, got to keep it real, but true to yourself. So Mark Brown was offended by this. I didn't get it. He said, what a effed up post. The man's going to jail and you're talking about his wife like that. Know your boundaries as you're making smoke for yourself. So I was like, huh? I was truly and genuinely confused. And then I went to answer, and then I thought, well, this is going to, like, and then I just scrolled on because I was just like, this is going to just end in smoke because I don't understand what you're talking about. No one said nothing disrespectful about his wife. And what smoke? Who's going to bring smoke? Like, what are you talking about? So I just scrolled on, but then you was like, you said what I was thinking. So I was like, well, thank you, because I didn't get it. Yeah, Davina was saying he made something absolutely nothing. Sandy didn't know what he did, so I explained, and then she said, wow, my initial thought was 12 years, that's a lot, but reading the fact and that he had consumed alcohol, didn't stop, skipped the red lights, and previous criminal history, he got what he deserved. Seems like he thought he was going to get off lightly. Would I stand by him? I think I would let nature take its course. This some cold shit. I'd be disappointed in him, so would have to say, nah, I'm not waiting, and go on with my life. If he gets out early and is remorseful and did some soul searching while serving time, maybe the relationship could be revisited depending on where I am at life. That's a fair enough answer. That's real, because Monica didn't know what he did either.
But you know what? Hold on. Where have people been living? Like, literally. Well, I see some people don't know what happened. It's just like, wasn't it that number one news that one's on London Tonight? It was even on Facebook. Even normal news. It was on the news at 10 or something. He came across.
Yeah, but I can't say nothing because half of the news that I hear about is because you told me.
Oh, okay.
Some people just don't watch the news. Like, even that whole Dubai thing, you told me about that war, like, that had broken out and that things was happening. And then I went and looked, and the Independent had like this burning building and like this big burning building, and the caption that you told me that, oh, people ran off for tax-free kind of living, and now they've got this, da 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 da. So then my first response to you was, shit, I need to check on my brethren that's out there. But she was like, check my social media. I was at Top Golf. Things are fine. So,
no, but
feed into it because it's a lot of scaremongering.
No, but what I've got friends who've come back over. I'm over at the moment, and they're saying that, you know what, some people have got better tolerance. She's like, my friends come back over, but her son's still out there. And she said, I couldn't be out there. Like, she goes, every 2 seconds you're hearing, boom, aircraft shaking your house. And going, like, things, shooting at drones at the sky. I just can't live like that. But there's so it depends on how nervous you are.
So what happens when we go to war? Because I reckon it's on the cards.
We're not going to war now.
You don't think so?
Trump not backing us. I said, the only thing we're getting... I was laughing because obviously, you know, Trump said, this war's going to last a week. What's it? Did we say we're going to win this war? We're going to win this war. We're winning this war. Yeah, it'll soon be over. Can we get help? Like, literally, man had no plan. So That's why all your prices are going up. Petrol's gone up by like 10 pence a litre. Everything's shooting up.
I put petrol in because I traded in Basingstoke over the weekend at the Fit and Funky fitness weekender. And I had half a tank, but I don't like going on the motorway unless I've got a full tank. You know me, it's one of my things, right? So I went to fill up. Half a tank in my little Toyota Yaris cost £47. I was flabbergasted.
Blame Trump, man. Blame Trump and Netanyahu.
What?
What's going on with the screen?
So anyway, yeah, the last comment, Monica said, I'll make sure he's straight, but he's going to know that I will be doing what I want and we can be friends after he got out, because 12 years without sex to a man is unrealistic. So I know.
Well, he's in prison. He looked like he's going to be getting it. Or are you going to be sleeping with other men? Is what she's saying.
She's going to be sleeping with other men.
No, I'm saying she said 12 years for sex for a man is unrealistic. So in prison, how was he going to be sleeping with? She's saying he's going to be sleeping with other men.
I know he's going to do some weird things in there, and I'm not accepting that. Yeah, that's what she's saying. I've got on to finish reading. Yes. I don't think everybody does that.
Yeah,
yeah, I've just gone on to read what she was saying. So yeah, that was that topic. So circling back, let me go back to my. Hang on. So this is part 2. So I thought this was really interesting. Let me share my screen. So this is old news, but I wanted to discuss it with you lot now anyway. But the whole of the internet is cussing her.
Which is an idiot.
I thought it couldn't get worse between my ex-husband and I. It actually did. And he showed me a level to him and a side to him that I've never, ever experienced before. So early last week, he told me that now that he is caring for the boys full time while I prepare to move, he obviously stopped the child maintenance payments to me, which is what we had agreed. I didn't want to be in receipt of anything because I don't have the children, and that money was court ordered at the time of our divorce for our boys' activities. So their extracurricular activities, their breakfast club, after school club, tutoring, athletics, football, you name it, they do it, and that's what that money was for. So it's not a substantial amount, but it was in line with his salary at the time, and it was enough to cover those outgoings. It didn't cover their accommodation, it didn't cover their food, none of those things. So obviously, as they are no longer in my full-time care, that money was to stop. Absolutely, no questions asked. Now, he was saying that not only is that money stopped, he took the car that he had previously got for me away. Again, that's totally fine. I'm leaving the country. You don't owe me anything like that. That car was to make taking the kids from A to B easier. Totally fine. Here's the bit that threw me. He is saying that I need to pay him child maintenance. So I need to pay him child support, he said. And I was like, sorry, what exactly do you mean? He literally repeated himself and said that now that he has the boys, I have to pay him child support. Now, mind you, I have been self-employed for over a year, and you know what it's like when you're starting a business. It's not like I have the financial securities or the financial pulling power as I did while I was an EA. So I'm like, where exactly do you think I'm going to get money from to pay you? Anyway, I thought that he was going to simmer down and he was just like bluffing, or maybe he was angry. Lo and behold, I received an email this week from a mediation service saying that he has instructed them to start mediation with me. I would have to cover all of my costs, and they were inviting me to a meeting with them. I declined it because I'm not mediating over me paying you child maintenance. When I paid for our whole divorce, and anything that you paid to me has now been stopped because it was for the kids and I don't have the kids. Guys, can you explain to me, like the men of this generation? I have not heard anything like this before. My dad, who I've had to loop into it, was like, just ignore him. This is illegal. Men can't get money off women. That's literally what my dad thought.
It's illegal because you have to pay his money. So that was part 1.
Part one. But part 1 is, for me, was funny because it was the case that she was saying, I pay for our old divorce. What do you pay for the whole? Did you instigate the divorce? Like, what did you pay for the whole divorce? What do you mean by that? both must have paid for the divorce, or did she pay or did she just do the quick divorce online when it's £180 or something like that? Like, what are you talking about?
I don't know. I don't know. But
And
I
do you know
was
what?
like, the
To be
man.
honest with you, I thought at first of all, oh, she's quite cute. I thought she's quite nice. I'm like, oh yeah. And then when he started talking, I was like, yeah.
Full blown ridiculousness. Anyway, let's see what our crew had to say on that before we go on to part 2. Because they cussed her on both videos. Hilarious. Colette said, I agree with him. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. She isn't the primary parent, so needs to pay the child support. I agreed with her. It's within his legal right. She doesn't have a leg to stand on. She's making herself look bad coming on video thinking it's an issue. Agreed. Why is she putting it out on social media, says Rodney Mew. In this day and age, it works both ways. Unfortunately for her, she's got the wrong end of the stick. Asani said, ain't no fun when the rabbit has the gun. I bust up. Ain't no fun, blood. When the situation's reversed. I would get legal advice as opposed to asking random strangers through social media, says Donna Paul Temple said, new man, new woman, new rules. But I was like, is it really new rules? Whoever's the primary parent gets child support. It's that simple. Why does she seem to think that she doesn't need to pay child support? They're still your kids. If he was self-employed, what would she be saying then? Says you, Shasha. Keep your business to yourself, I would say. Not everything needs to be with the world. But then we'd have nothing to talk about if these people kept all this shit. Laugh after New Year's. Colette said, worse, she's leaving the country and her kids and she wants to gallivant with no responsibility.
Right.
Could you imagine if the man was leaving the country? She would accuse him of child support dodging. She's bright like morning star. I'll bust up. I'm not here speaking with chest like she's fully in the right. It's funny. Like, are you dumb? Like, I just didn't get what her, like, I just don't get it. But the older I get, is the more I realise there's people we just don't get.
Entitled.
There's people that just stand on the opposite side, and you think, well, it's so obviously right, but not to epic like. Not to everybody.
But like I said, people, you know when you're in an argument with somebody and you're in your position, you don't want to hear nothing else. This is what she is. She's in that position, like, oh, and then she's gonna talk to enough people to eventually someone say, yeah, you're right, and that's gonna person that echo box.
Her dad is the only person that's gonna say she's right. Ma'am, what's this got to do with total strangers on social media? None of our business, ma'am. That's your private affair, says Courtney Woolston. They're your children, says Joseph, for crying out loud. If the man refused this, I can imagine the abuse he would receive. See Glitch TV, James said, wait a minute. If he has the kids, you have to pay for your kids. Upkeep. They're being on his care. What's the confusion here? Do you not want to pay for your kids? Upkeep for your kids' upkeeps is what he's saying. How strange. Very strange behavior on your part. They're so funny. Nika said she's lost the plot. That's for you and for him. Kiss my teeth. Leave social media out of this. Carton Lewin said, okay, first of all, it's not illegal. It's not at all.
you know her dad's like 95, isn't it?
Yeah, it is illegal. It's not. It can work both ways depending on who has the child most of the time. He's within his rights to ask her to pay. Now she no longer has the kids. Cut a long story short, you the daddy now. They're too funny. Colin Golson said, first of all, what is he doing? What he's doing is not illegal since the children are now in his care. When you had the kids, it was okay for him to pay, right? Child support, right? You still have parental rights. You still need to support your children. This isn't about the men of this generation. It's about what's allowed by law. You can't pick and choose when it's convenient for you, right? Yet you're on social media making yourself look ridiculous. The irony is absurd. Pay up. And yes, I agree, you need to pay him since they're your kids. So, yeah.
Right.
Mothers should obviously pay child support, but is he only caring for them temporarily while she moves? This is not a situation that requires him to ask for child support. He should be happy to support her, taking care of the children while she moves, and she's setting up a new home for the kids. No. So then I replied, I basically said, no, they opted to stay with, and then she was like, well, then pay the man. The hell?
But hold on. If you're opting to go away for a year to set up a business to take the kids, right? Still pay me for the year, innit? It's a year.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
You don't actually going somewhere for an hour and coming back. What do you mean?
Yeah, she was like, oh, she's leaving the children with him for good. Of course she should pay. Is she a clown? I was like, she absolutely is. She made such a fool of herself. I don't understand her confusion, says Kanika Palmer. She don't have the kids, so yes, she should pay. Why does she think she's exempt? Vanessa Meyer said, sounds like a bitter breakup, and yes, it's right what he's doing. She's no longer has the kids. My girls all leaving the country. Right. Davina said, so she'll come on big social media to try and shame the man, and all she's done is expose her own backside. Let me hush, yeah. What I have to say ain't pretty. Yes, he can, and you should pay, said Kev B. Arena said, do what most men do, say you don't have the money and don't pay. Dodge it. Sounds like there's some acrimony there, and not so surprising. However, I would assume he has said it because he can. If they have gone through court-ordered arrangement, he knows his rights. I agree with my husband. Rachel Swaby said, you need to pay for your children. So, yeah, that was part one. Like, everyone was like, is she crazy? Like, what the hell? And she's out here with chest saying it, like, you're in the right, you're not in the right. And, you know, like, sometimes, like, we've had, like, real debates in No Bravado where men have said that women, that we uphold double standards and we don't take accountability and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, not the women that I know, like, we don't. But then Gary said something interesting a few weeks ago where he was like, well, you don't know what these women are like in relationships. You know what they like in friendships, but you don't know what they like in relationships. And that really struck a chord with me. But this is like, if double standards was a person,
she's it.
She would be it.
Yeah.
So let's look at part two.
No, well, before you play it, but then she came with a part two to defend her position, and she thought defending her position would be the right way forward because she thought once she explained it to everybody, all us stupid people who don't understand what go on will understand what go on.
We understand, miss, that you need to pay your child support. You need to pay. It really is that simple. So this is part two.
Yesterday, I shared an issue about child maintenance between my ex-husband and I. And in my quest to be humble, I omitted figures and numbers.
Pause.
The level of comments that I received, right, ranging from pay that man, even if you have to pay him £20 a month or £100 a month. So I've decided to set the record straight slightly and say that we're not talking about figures in the hundreds or tens or anything like that. Like, not sadly, but embarrassingly, maybe, we are a little bit middle class. And the numbers that he is asking for from me mirror what he paid to me, which was based on his salary, which is a 4-figure sum. And you would note in my video that I actually said that it's only a small amount because, yes, the state of play is that the numbers aren't £100 or in that region. We work very hard and have done for many years. and our parents worked very hard, and that is just the way our life is. Now, that is why I kept saying that, guys, child maintenance is income based and income assessed, and there is no way that any court or mediation service in the UK or in the US would look at my finances and say that I need to pay him a 4-figure sum. They said at the time of our divorce that he had to pay a 4-figure sum based on his salary. And actually, he was arguing that at the time. And because I was in a really good place financially with my job, I actually said, I don't want any money from him for the kids. And I was advised at the time to not make such a rash decision. And I'm glad that I listened to that, because obviously now that my work situation has changed, that money did come in handy when I had the kids. Now, on the issue of my father, which people decided to comment about, which is absolutely wild, he is not a legal advisor. He was not giving me advice legally. He is just a man of a generation that believes that men should protect and provide. And he leads by example. He was a very hands-on dad who could not be incentivized financially to look after his kids. And actually, when him and my mum divorced many years ago, he could have taken her to the cleaners financially, because she didn't give him any money based on the wealth that they had acquired together. And he just left her. He just left it because he didn't want to do anything to stress her, which will then stress myself and my brother, even though we were over 18 at the time of their divorce. So he is just a man that doesn't understand the concept of other men looking for money from their ex-wives. Thirdly, my boys were given the chance to move with me as I'm moving for a new work opportunity, but they are ever savvy. And they thought, do we move with you, mummy, and have to leave our friends here in the UK and our school just to, I showed them a glimpse of the life that I would be able to offer them, very modest, or do we stay with daddy with our grandparents in their 7-bed, £1 million house in the UK? They opted to stay in the UK. So here's the thing, guys, like, my children are not looking for food, whether I give their dad child maintenance money or not. My children are actually very savvy, and I'm proud of them. They probably eat better than me and you put together. So instead of getting happy and defending a guy that is actually very privileged, maybe just focus on your life. Focus on earning a bit more change yourself, so that maybe one day you can try and get your ex-wife a child maintenance money.
So you came on social media
Yesterday,
You came on social media and tried to say that your baby father wants you to pay child maintenance, which you absolutely should. And then you said that everybody should mind their business when they didn't agree with you. Freaking wild. Donna, I don't know if you saw
the
or
first
heard
part.
or was watching anything, but basically a woman.
I saw it on Instagram. So that particular big forehead girl, I've seen her post. And a bare foolishness. How are you gonna come to social media? This is my take on it, guys. Sorry. How are you gonna come to social media and share what you shared? Almost like you shouldn't have to pay it, because you thought he was gonna have to. That's what you were looking for him to do everything all the time. And then you want to come and cuss off people about need to get their money up. I did it. Yeah, I'm just like, for all the head big, have much brain. I like.
Foolishness. Because she said that her she doesn't want to pay it. That's not what now she's trying to say is he's asking her to pay a 4-figure sum. But like she said, no court in the world is going to ask her to pay a 4-figure sum if she doesn't have it. If you're not making the type of money that he's making, they're going to determine what your expenses are and what you need to then pay for your kids. No court in the world is going to make you pay a 4-figure sum. Pay the man his money. It's because your dad said that, and she was saying, what's the problem with the men in this generation? My dad left us with everything, but he's not your dad. He wants his money. So pay him his money. Pay your child support. Stop mucking about.
And you know what? I feel, just as a side, it's relevant. I feel it's women like her that make it bad for the ones who genuinely need the father's financial support to raise the children, right? And then you go on there and you make this big thing. It's like she wanted to make fun of the ex-partner, which severely backfired on her. And then as always, it makes it harder for the genuine cases who might come to social media. I saw a woman called her, I can't remember where I see it was TikTok, and she called him out. She's like, listen, it's only when I went in the comments I see that she said, oh no, he's seen this and it's been resolved. So sometimes women, because for whatever reason, men don't make contact or they can't make contact. Let me say that. I mean, it's that they don't make it. They can't make contact. Sometimes women go to social media or parents will go to social media because there'll be friends of friends who might be able to contact that individual. And I just thought, do you know what? On this one, I got to give it to the men. Like, pay your money. Because if it was the other way around, we would be calling down Jesus, baby teenage Jesus, right, off of the cross with bells on about how men and way and boy and do you understand? So I was team guys with this one. I was team guys. I was.
Pay your child support. Stop being a flipping whatless.
Yeah.
Whatless
It's the thing where she's talking about how her father's taught that my parents have got a 7-bedroom house. How's that your business?
Exactly.
Why does that need to be on social media?
So she's an idiot. Why have you gone? What are you trying? Are you trying to flex? I don't understand. Because you can have a 7-bedroom and you can equally be homeless in 3 months' time. These financial flexes or these supposed financial flexes never really ring true with me.
She's basically saying that they've got money, so they shouldn't take any from her.
Let's see what Iran does with us before we start talking about that we've got money. Because they're about to done out the whole UK pound dollar economy. So let us all start to know how to make bread with 2 ingredients. Amen.
Oh, there's a lot of banana cake out there, boy. Banana, blueberry, peanut butter. I mean, I see that. I had to make cake with that word. These times are serious. I keep saying cantankerous, dangerous. But but yeah. All right. Let's see what they said on part 2 because they continue to cuss her. Our No Bravado crew are not easy. They said if you didn't want to be trolled, says Rodney, then you should have kept quiet. Shut your mouth. Why did you bring it to social media then to tell everybody to mind their business? The foolishness is real. Trust me, I still stand by my comment in part 1, and that will never change. Basically, you're an idiot. She's making.
I thought she made it worse.
She did.
Absolutely worse.
Absolutely did. If it's so small, then just pay, says Joseph. It's your kids too. You sound even more stupid. Nick said, I get her point. If it's based on your income and hers isn't the same as his, she can't pay what he did. But no judge is gonna make you do that. If the income's not there, that's like saying to me, Trisha, you got to pay £1 million tomorrow to what? I ain't got it. Where you expect me to get £1 million from? It's always going to be income based, no?
Right. Yeah.
So I said, I hear
like
you.
10%. It's like 9% of your income.
Right. So if your income is not a 4-figure sum or whatever the case may be, then it's not going to be that. I hear you, babe. I said, but the law is a law. It would be based on her income, and if it's significantly lower than his, then she would be made to pay what she can afford, and that's it. Like, to bring it to social media, that's not what you said at first. It wasn't that. It's because you don't want to pay. Anyway, so we went back and forth, me and Nick's a little bit. Michelle said she should be paying something, in my opinion. Well, if you're financially stable, just save the money for your boys anyway, says Randolph Lee. What I don't understand is all the talk about men being providers. If she believes that men should be providers, why is she okay with him raising the kids full time while she goes off to chase her career goals? Right. She can't have it both ways. Does she want things the traditional way or not? Good question. Good point. Davina Coburn said, what her daddy should have told her is keep your backside off social media and handle your business in private. She's a whole fool at telling people to mind their own business. Miss Ma'am, you let us into your business. Of course, we're going to chat about it. Isn't that what you asked for when you put it out there? Yeah, but she thought everyone was going to agree with her. But no, pay your child support, you look all raggedy. You know what I mean? You're raggedy. Pay your child support.
That's what I'm saying.
And the children, said, people like her make me itch. I was busting up. I was like, not itch. But go on, Don. You were saying?
No. I was gonna say, and the children grow up and see these things, right?
Yeah.
Because you put it all out there.
Because you put it out there.
This woman is lost. Someone needs to knock some sense into her head. Says Mikhail Kojo Rashid. She's looking for what she's looking for. Foolishness. Oh dear, says Vanessa Price. This woman made her initial post even worse with this update. She did. She says, I met Vanessa at Wakuda the other day. She's a really nice lady. It was really good to
She's
meet.
lovely.
Yeah,
Yep.
really good to meet her, man. Patrice, but who asks for her story and why does it matter? She seems confused by how social media works. It's the wild. She's not built for feedback, right? I don't care if she pays him £100 per month. Pay that man. Exactly.
Exactly.
Gal, just pay the man.
Hey man, and stop your knife.
I saw this and I said, she said a whole lot of nothing. Poor girl, you want us to focus on our lives, but here you are telling us about your life. Your kids are savvy. Do not ever pick dad over mum £1 million house. No, babes, we are savvy. You're the fool. The end, Simone. Rachel Swaby just spoilt. She is.
Yeah.
You're leaving your children to live somewhere said a lot about you. Either they don't need you or you just about money. Fact that they don't want to leave their friends speaks volumes, or you couldn't look after them in a new country. That's a good point because most kids want to go wherever mummy's going, you know.
I don't know. I don't necessarily think that's true because if you're in, if they're in somewhere like, if you're going some other countries, it could be a bit third worldy, according to them. They ain't got like whatever. Then they may be like, nah, not about this life. You know what I mean? I see where you're going to be living, but boy, I'm not really about that life yet. You know
yeah, it's a good point. I wonder she should have said where she was going, but yeah. I know most kids, like Natalie's kids.
If she was going to Dubai or something like that, maybe they'll be like, oh, maybe about it. But what did you say? You say I'm going to Outer Mongolia. You know what I mean? To live in some whatever. Them may be like, no, I'm not about that.
Nah, true. Courtney Wilson said, "Oh, go away and get help, blood." She said, "Her dad talks about this generation of men, then tells us about how her dad did her mum dirty." True.
So how are you taking advice from? Go on.
This is a product of black bougios class who spent their time cussing other blacks for not being where they are. A spoilt brat carried that into adulthood. So
That's right.
Yeah, that's what they had to say on that one. Yeah, but I was like, the delusion is real, boy. Like, what is she on? What is she on? Is football still on, Gary?
Yeah, second half. Got 30 minutes left.
Okay. All right. So I want to do this topic. We don't get this one. So hang on, let me share my screen. So you heard about the Get stuff, Donna? Yeah.
Yeah.
If
I'm an
he was
avid,
his wife,
I'm an avid
wait,
scroller, you know. I'm an avid scroller.
right? Did you? If you was his wife, would you wait?
We done it.
That laugh.
You're gonna go jail for 12 years for reckless foolishness. You took her life. You didn't even. You thought because you was all that. I don't know if anybody's seen the video of the driving. Like,
yeah.
Nah. While you're inside, man, I'm off. It's my perfect excuse. Because in my line of work, no one ain't gonna fund nobody that's got no man inside, no husband inside. So, you know, like that. Babes, it's you, it's not me. You know, like that. I'm just off. I'm not waiting no 12 years. No, doing it.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I'd leave him when he's down like that, but yeah, that's me.
The best time to leave them. What? They remember it. They learn from it.
Oh, all right. So,
Declan.
Who scored?
Arsenal.
You wouldn't be clapping if it wasn't Arsenal anyway.
Yeah.
There's a story going viral right now about a man accused of targeting women in African countries, approaching them, building quick quick trust, and secretly recorded intimate encounters, allegedly, we're going to say allegedly throughout all of this, without the consent. Now, social media has taken it even further, claiming that he was deliberately infecting women with HIV. But there's no credible sources that say that's true. But here's where we need to pause. The exploitation and the filming is being investigated, not the HIV claims, and it's not confirmed by any official source. And this is where the real conversations begin. Are we so conditioned by history and proximity to whiteness that we still lower our guard? And if so, who's really accountable for that? So this is what I want to talk about. So I'm going to show you the videos and then we'll talk. So this is video 1.
African countries and taking videos of different African women. And he is posting these videos on Russian website, giving Russian men tips on how to get any African woman. According to the videos that he has.
Okay.
Breaking news. This is why this guy is trending. Can you imagine this? He is going in different African countries and taking videos of different African women. And he is posting these videos on Russian website, giving Russian men tips on how to get any African woman. According to the videos that he has. Breaking news. This is why this guy is trending. Can you imagine this? He is going in different African countries and taking videos of different African women. And he is posting these videos on Russian website, giving Russian men tips on how to get.
Okay.
Can I tell you the reason why African women or even men are so obsessed with marrying white people? It is because you were taught to be racist towards your own self as an African person. When a white man comes to Africa and orders all our women to take their clothes off and they do it, that obsession is not because the white man is better than Africans. It is because it was taught and internalized in the African mind ever since colonialism that the white man is always better than the African man. So colonialism was never just about occupying land. It reshaped the self-worth of African people and how they see themselves, especially compared to the white man. And the white man knew how important this was, so they made sure that under colonial domination, they had to internalize the idea that the white man is superior in beauty, intellect, or let me just say self-worth. So they did this through our schools, on the media. And even during segregation in places like South Africa, you could only be allowed at certain places only when you've married a white person, or you had close ties or working with them. And if you look keenly, even the current media culture is always shaping the white man as more desirable or worthy more than the African man. So this particular internalized racism within Africans has affected preference and desires in relationships, even long after political independence of Africa. So that is why when a Russian man says hello to our women here, they immediately scream, "Marry me," without even realizing that that Russian man is poorer than most Africans that they are rejecting. Or maybe even a waiter sees a white man working in a restaurant in Nairobi, they would want to treat that white man better than the African man, not realizing that even the African man would spend more money than the white man. And whenever I make this point, some people tell me, "Oh no, Adrian, I just have a certain individual preference to white people." And I tell them, "Why do you have that individual preference?" And they tell me they're more affectionate and loving. And I remind them, it is because you have seen that in their telenovelas and they've made you to think that. When you go to America or when you go to Europe, you realize they're not as affectionate and as loving as you thought. So all that was taught. That is why I've always believed that there is nothing like individual preference of a black man preferring to marry a white person. All that is internalized, indoctrinated, and taught by the white man under neo-colonialism or colonialism itself.
Okay. So what was interesting about this is that it's between Kenya and Ghana. It's clocking into like the 400s, regions of 400, apparently, allegedly, of women that, and some of the videos are out there. I didn't want to pull them up as such, but go check it out. But he was saying things like, "Hello, you look good. Come with me. Do you want to see my hotel?" And that was it. And that's why he was saying it was so easy, right? He didn't have to do anything other than say, come to my hotel. Some of them asked for money afterwards, he said. Some of them asked for little £20, $20, nothing. But his point was there was nothing to it. He was just, you look good. And it was all kinds of like elder women, younger women, and he filmed them wearing these Meta glasses and then just put it up on website, just basically giving tips and hints on how to, just basically saying that it's nothing. You could just go there if you're white and say, come with me. Do you want to see my hotel room? And they're going to come. What do you guys think about that and what the other guy said, the second video that I played? Everyone's just looking at me. Start with Donna. Go on, Don. You took a breath.
Right. So I see this from like 3 angles. There is definitely the sexual exploitation. You're going to, you know, I bet he's not going to the swanky upper class areas of those countries. He's going to go to the ghettos. He's going to go to where there's real deprivation, right? It's real. And of course they're going to accept, you know, just a few words, because for them he presents in a, you know, poverty creates a scarcity mindset, right? And when you have that scarcity mindset, that you can't get out of, you just see opportunities even where there isn't opportunities, which is why in terms of trafficking we have so people talk about why are all these people from West Africa trying to get to Europe, you know, where they've got them piled up in these camps in Libya, is because they sense opportunity. They have the right to life too. So there's that angle, right? The sexual exploitation because of the extreme poverty that I'm sure these are the areas that he frequented to get these women, right? My second point is, it touches on what the second person spoke about, you know, because of this. So it's what we call in academic terms, we're going killing on with it. No, it's what we call a conducive context. Yeah. And a conducive context is almost like a perfect storm of conditions that inevitably mean that if you're a poor woman within all of these contexts, right, they intersect to mean that you will, you know, sexual violence, or in this case, sexual exploitation is inevitable because you're poor, because you're black, of where you live, your lack of, you know, maybe even education around sexual hygiene. All of these things are conducive context as to how this thing always happens to these type of people. And I think he's used that to the full extent. My second point is, you know, experiences of colonialism and neo-colonialism are different, and I'll tell you why. And my experience, okay, my 70s lived British black experience, I don't see one white person, when I say this, I mean collectively, right? I don't see white people as anything to be embraced. If anything, they are something that, you know, could be very dangerous to me and mine. So I tend to keep them, for the most part, at arm's length. At work, we smile and we nod. You know, and I think Africa's experience of colonialism is slightly different, because this seems to be a repetitive theme where they put white people on a pedestal. Now, I'm not saying that in the Caribbean it doesn't happen, but equally, it does happen in the Caribbean. But equally, there are enough.
Definitely
Barbados is a case in point, right? But where in Jamaica, I'm not saying it doesn't happen either there, but there are equally voices that would say, "No, man, just because you're white doesn't mean you can come here and take over, and we should put you on a pedestal, etc., etc." I refer to the incident when Buju Banton was in a restaurant and they went to serve the white people, who he arrived at the restaurant before them, and the people then wanted to serve the white people before him. He was like, "Are you crazy? This is my country, whatever." So I think this is a really good conversation, because I think this takes in themes of, are they still seen as a threat? And I will, on this particular occasion, I feel that because of the exploitation, because of the scarcity mindset, that's how he's got into this position. And we know, again, he didn't go to, like, but he didn't go to the mansions up in Kumasi and all of these places. I bet he was in the down and out areas where, they're going to take $20 afterwards, because for them, that might be a couple of meals for their family. They're not thinking any long-term projection. Well, who can I send to school with this? What, can we get a car with this? That's not where they're thinking. They're thinking about where their next meal is coming from, because of the type of poverty that they're in.
Great point. Yeah.
That's the point I'm leaning towards.
Great point. Can't say that I saw that, because I was just like, when you watch the videos, it's like, come with me. He had like 3 lines. You look good. I'm Russian. You speak English? Yes. You want to see my hotel room? And they would just go in, and I was like, what is happening? And then watching some of like the thoughts, this guy I thought was interesting. He was like, he was putting it down to proximity to whiteness, and I was like, well, is it really that? No, you're right. It's a lot deeper than that. I didn't even think of that, if I'm honest. And I do like to see things from all angles. So yeah. Shasha, thoughts?
That's what I was thinking too, with regards to where they're going. They know what they're doing. It's not something where they thought it through. So if you're going to go to a place of poverty, they know that these people, as Donna said, it's a case of $20 is a lot of money for them.
Right.
They need to eat. These people have got, kids to feed and so forth. You can't take that same talk and go to the posh area. They're going to laugh at you.
Right.
They will laugh at you. They're not going to even want to look on you. But somebody who hasn't got anything is going to take the little that they are going to get.
And when you initially saw that, that's what you thought, or is it after what Donna said?
No, that's what I did think. Because I've seen it we went to Grenada. I've seen it in Grenada happen. So people do things based on the dynamics that they're seeing. They're not. It's not. It's not. They're not dumb. They're far from dumb. They know exactly what they're doing. You can't take a talk to a rich person. They will laugh in your face. But to a poorer person whose living circumstances is rough, they know what they're doing. They know they will be able to sleep with that person over and over and over again. Get them to invite more friends over, because they know they're going to get a little $20 or $30 or whatever they need to do what they need to do, and they're not going to say nothing, and they're not thinking about what else the person is going to be doing, like videoing them. All they're thinking about is they're going to eat and their family's going to eat.
That's right.
That is it. That is it. So they're very cunning and conniving, and it's horrible. I remember when I was in Grenada once. First I went to Grenada with my mum for a wedding, and the way how these people had treated me and my mum in a restaurant. We was there first waiting patiently, and then when this white couple come in there, they was waiting on them hand and foot. There was nothing they could do for them, and thinking that they're going to get some big tip. When they went there, we still even left a tip. We left more of a tip than the white people them did. And they were surprised. They were surprised. I'm like, you want to be up there people's asses.
When we was in Jamaica, that's when it dawned on me. When we was in Jamaica for my birthday, they were saying that they know the English don't tip. It's not our way. Service charges in our bill, so we don't really leave money. It's not our way. So I thought it was a colour thing, when actually it's not. It's who they think they're going to get the biggest tips
money from.
So they fall over themselves, because they're English.
Because 100%.
But remember when we spoke to the guy who we gave on the last day, and we was like, "Oh, where's the other lady?" And then the guy was saying, explain to us, look, because Americans, that's just their culture. They go restaurant, they tip. Even if they're in the hotel for the whole 2 weeks, something like that, they will still tip every day. Whereas they're like, okay, if you've got somebody that's serving you for the 2 weeks, you're gonna get money, but you don't know what you're gonna get. Yeah. So you're kind of you're yes, you're gonna get money every day, but then how much you don't know the person who you've been serving for the last 2 weeks and being polite to. You don't know what you're gonna get. It's just not been given to
And
you
it's
yet. So you're making an assumption. Everybody's different. Like I said, an American, they will tip all the time. English are very different. We'll give you a large sum, but then you if you don't see the tip every day, you can then end up
miss out on something big.
missing out on big because of your mentality, not thinking, oh, you know what, let me see if they do at the end. No, you can't do that. But some people don't.
But they tip every day though. Americans give every time you go past them.
Yeah, they do.
Or whatever.
That's why.
I remember,
it's not a colour thing. It's a tipping thing. But yeah, go on.
I remember when it's not funny, but so I used to do sex education lessons all over like London, like as a business. So we did the school in Chiswick. It's like their kids were 12 and 13. I think we're doing like a standard relationship lesson. So after the session, one of the guys I had working for me come up to me and said, "Oh, Gary, I'm not too sure what to do." I said, "What?" One of the kids gave me £100.
What?
What?
You shouldn't have taken it. Full stop.
Right.
He put in my hand and said, "Yeah, this is for you." And I said, "Well, you need to we'll get back to the teacher." So I went back to the teacher there. It's an Arab school, like a private school. And she goes, "We tell the dad every day, stop sending the child to school with money. He comes out, he'll try and tip the what do you call it again? He comes to school with like two grand in his pocket." And like he just gives people money that tips people for things because that's the thing, isn't it?
That's their way.
And I was like, "You see?" She goes, "Yeah." She goes, "Oh, thanks. We've told the dad already, like the parents, not to send money with him, or especially the money." So we gave her £100, and then she was like, she get back to me, and I get back to this teacher, and she goes, "Well," she went back there next time, so I went to his class. Just to see it, and I thought, so he didn't give me no money. So I thought, it's because I'm a black guy. I wasn't gonna take it. I thought it was because I'm a black guy. I was like, all right, cool. So, another person went the week after I did it, and then I did his class the final week, and it was the last week of the session, and the man tried to give me £400, and I was like, what are you doing? Like, we can't take it. No, this is for you. You done good job. And I was like, yeah, cool. It's good. It's cool. And now, because you're in the school and stuff, but then you do, like I said, I did a DJ job a couple of weeks ago on the 7th, and the woman's already paid me. Well, they paid me most of the money. Got paid me at the end of the night. So this guy walked past me. I said, "All right, mate," shook my hand, and then took my hand away, and then there was like paper in it. So I was like, "Okay." When I put it's 50 quid, I was like, "Oh wow!" Like, I'm getting paid. But he goes, "No, you done a good job." So I was like, all right. Then another man walked past, another £50.
Oh wow!
Okay.
Then some other woman walked past, shook my hand, and it was £20. And I was like, "This is weird." But then again, I guess as black people, that seemed quite wild. But then when I see people dashing £20, £50 with the money pull up, I don't think it's weird because that's what I'm used to. I see it. So I guess it's the same type of principle. So I think tipping, it all depends on what you're tipping, and I think it all depends on what you're tipping for. Because some people tip for fashion. That's the people see that you're tipping.
Right.
If you go out, and then some people are doing it because they think they've got a good service. In regards to the sex working and all that type of thing, like whenever I see those types of posts about people sleeping with, I've taken them with a pinch of salt because maybe it's my experience, and maybe because I live in England, black women as a whole are not attracted to white guys en masse like that, if that makes sense. So like a random Russian man couldn't walk around London, say to meet 100 women, black women, and be like, "Yeah, can come to my hotel?" 99% of you that would be like, "Mute your god." Do you want to see my hotel? Get out of here. There may be one or two that allow it. So I'm a bit and Kenya's not a place that I know kind of is about that, because Kenyans are quite cultural out of that, from what I've seen. Massage and all that. They're very, yeah.
Yeah.
So, so that's when I see these things, I've got a thing.
Obviously, after seeing this story, I've done a little bit of research, and there is something about, from what different Kenyans were saying.
Yeah.
There's a name for it, but I can't remember what they said the name is. But if you have got a white person, it can be deemed as quite a good thing. Like it's like it's an accomplishment with some of them. So some people are still quite whitewashed in that way.
And I think one of my mates is a Muslim guy. He met this girl from Bahrain and stuff, and they were getting together. They got quite close, and they were thinking of getting married. And he was saying the pressure on him as an African brother going to the Middle East and with this woman, even though he's Muslim, it's kind of frowned upon. If it was a white Muslim guy, it would have been better
for her. Yeah,
for her. And then he had all that extra stress around their relationship and about things. It kind of fizzled out. But I was saying to him, is it you putting the stress on yourself, or is it the family? Because you said the family accepted you, but they took a long time. I said, listen, no disrespect. If your girlfriend is from Bahrain, she's come to England to do a job, and then she picked up with a British guy, whoever he is, yeah, I'm sure the family would have been asking questions, because if that was me, I'll be asking questions. I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, you met a random guy in England and that's the one. I'm going to ask questions, whatever color you are.
Yeah.
But he's saying, no, you got to understand it was deeper than that. And I had to make sure I had to get certain qualifications or they wouldn't accept me. And I said, sometimes I think, but I think that's more about his internalization than it is about what or the standards or what he set for their relationship. So as far as he was concerned, unless he had this, that, and the other, he wasn't good enough to be in the relationship. Because he was like, okay, well, everyone else has got to see what I've got to understand that I'm worthy of dating this person. But yeah, so I do think it's been a bit of internalization.
I get that.
Yeah, a bit of internalization. But as for, I don't necessarily see. I mean, yeah, and to a certain extent, I mean, even when inside the black community as a whole, and well, not so much now, I guess, but African people always seem to be like the butt of the jokes back in the day. Like, you hear me?
Yeah.
When I was younger, not so much now, but yeah, when I was younger, they always seem to be, oh, you're dating a boo-boo. You know what I mean? All them kinds of talk there.
Yeah.
Don't remember the word. She could take it back.
Yeah, they did, but not so much now. I think a lot of us are waking up to, because like back in the day, that used to be like there used to be like huge segregation between Africans and Caribbeans, whereas I think it's still there. The intersectionality of racism is deep, and I think the definitely, like in my workplace, my last workplace where I had all that issue, some of it was with Black African colleagues, because the men didn't want to take no instruction from me, and the women just thought, you're a little girl, little Caribbean girl, nothing. So you had that to deal with, as well as a very white savvy manager who understood the dynamics and used it to his advantage. Does that make sense? So we do have a lot of issues between us. Let me ask you this. Do you think that African people are more conditioned to white people than Caribbeans then?
I don't think so.
I think their experiences
are different.
I think our experiences are the. Sorry, Gary. You
no, I was gonna say. Do you know what I think? Is different? I think, and maybe it's just because I'm Caribbean, so I see this more, and I haven't been to Africa like, so I don't see this. I think European, especially women, go to the Caribbean looking for black men, and that whole kind of thing.
It is still.
No,
Sorry, it is still, because I'm passionate about this.
Yeah.
It is still in this neo-colonialism model that is being, the methodology hasn't changed. A part of my course right now, we're looking at, you can Google it. Google 1930s or even before that, 1900 images. So on Google, you're not allowed to have online. You're not allowed to have naked images, right? Not unless you access a site that promotes that. But if you Google the sex tours of the 1900s, that were all of the landed gentry from here and other European countries, it was part of their, their seasoning of their young men to take them to Africa to use again this sexual exploitation, to use the young black women, and those are the only images that are still available online, and it's young black girls with their breasts out, with certain poses. Now, isn't that strange? And this is why this conversation is so important, because we sit here and we will say things based on our limited Caribbean experience, as compared to, I'm not saying it's limited, I'm just saying as compared to like the broader diaspora experience. But yet the harm. So people used to leave Europe, right? Landed gentry would leave Europe, rich people would leave Europe, and the men especially would do a tour of Africa, which was a bit of shooting, a bit of safari, but mostly the sex of young girls. These are not women. These are not women as we, you and Shara are women. So again, that pedophilia, that sexual exploitation, that conducive context, again, and I think this is part of this conversation for me is more about the sexual exploitation than anything else, because this is a white man, albeit he's Russian, so not European necessarily, weaponizing a person's poverty in the same way that these big-bellied, Weetabix shaped, are kind of dry out head, Ford Fiesta driving widows of women and all are going to Africa and the Caribbean and sexually exploiting young black men. Like, people, we're on fire at this point. And it might not be us, our age group, but equally what's being done to young men. And it's what I feel that the sexual exploitation is almost worse for young men, because young men under patriarchy are told that actually this is part of your sexual prowess, right? It's because you've got, black men, they have the longest sexual members, and black people are predisposed to sexual activity. And that feeds into this narrative, right? And then these women show up with money. It's the same thing. Why do you think we have programs here in the UK in the morning? You got all these big sour looking white women of 60 plus. Oh, but I loved him and I sent him 45 grand. It's that it's like the reverse of that model. What the hell are you at your big ass age going to? And they're not going to the, they're not going to the posh parts. They're not going to the nice parts. They're not going to the middle class. They're predicated on going to the beaches where they know these type of young people hang out. They're looking for opportunities. And if all I've got is my front, then it's my front I'm going to throw as a piece of dice to get me out of this. And that for me is the biggest point of all of this. It's how our people's poverty is weaponized against them. And now in the case of these young women, and again, the whole narrative, Africa is a causation of HIV and AIDS. We had all of that in the 80s, it's because they eat monkeys, and then we had Ebola, and it's because they live in slums, and all this whole, it's like a circular, isn't it? It's the cyclical nature of narratives around black people, sexual activity, especially black women, sexual exploitation, the use of our bodies, and now we're being told, all you got to do is come here, I like your dress, and we fall on our backs like clothespin with the legs open. And I hate those narratives, because equally, and I'll say this with my chest, the Rotherham files, what was going on in Rotherham with those young white girls was the exploitation of young, poor white girls, but nobody don't want to talk about that. All those Asian men that they said they exploited these young white girls who had nothing going on, no money, and that's how it starts. So sexual exploitation isn't a racial thing. It can happen to anyone. If your conducive context is one around poverty and scarcity mindset, you will fall prey to it, 100%.
Yeah.
But I remember I always say, I know Donna probably beat me for this, but yo, chap, I take the beating.
Anyway.
I always say when I used to go Caribbean, and and some of the girls I know would pick up with some of the guys. That's some of the girls, and I'm thinking, I used to look at them and think, what are you doing with that brother? And they're like, no, I really like him. I said, you don't like him. I said, if that guy spoke to you in London, he's got no shoes, he's got no socks, he's got Timberlands on, cut down jeans, and he sleeps on the beach. And you're telling me if you met him in London, you wouldn't be looking at him because he's got a little shiny
He
skin.
sleeps on the beach.
Come on, man. Everybody's allowed to get their groove back. What happens on holiday stays on holiday. You know them ones.
Listen, if that guy spoke to you in London, you'd be like, what kind of trap man talking to?
It's the sun and the cocktails, and you know, in a certain light, the Timberlands don't look so boogerish. You know, and you think if you get him back to England, you know, make it work out. Maybe this will be the one. Come on, man. Yeah, everybody's made those
a little. What's he got? A little 6-pack, and that's all. And shiny skin.
Shiny skin.
Gary's jumping to that.
Gary's dread. Gary's saying,
I love him. He's too funny.
I'm alive. Man, come back with the pearly white teeth, shiny teeth, a little shiny skin, and a little 6-pack, and his Timberlands, and like, yeah, come go home.
I remember the first time we was in Jamaica, and they dropped us to the cabman. We had a driver, and he dropped us to Margaritaville, and he was like, "Be careful, there's gigolos in there." But the way he said it was the come out here with any of them kind of gigolos. But I don't really, I don't do that anyway. I go on holiday for fun. No, I just haven't. So, yeah.
But you've got to remember as well, right? People that are poor, what is their attention to their sexual hygiene going to be like?
Yeah.
So you know, I'm not saying that the whole world doesn't know you should use a condom. But if I'm looking at you and you've in the conversation, there's been talk of, I mean, I don't know how much $20 works, and what I don't want to do is like disparage, like the Kenyan economy or whatever. I agree with what Gary said earlier on. You know, Kenyans. When I think of Kenyans, I think of conservatism. I think of not out there like that. Like, do you know what I mean? Like maybe Nigeria, Ghana, but yeah, but not Kenyan. Sierra Leone definitely. Then people flash, yeah. but not Kenyan. That's not the first thing that comes to my mind. But again, for me, it's like how these things can be used to exploit people. And I say this again with my chest. You know, given current world order and what's going on, we have had the privilege, I think, we can view this like, oh my God, that's terrible. It's, you know, your condition is being used against you. Yo, we have years. I think unless you've lived that and it's been like a lived experience, I think it's easy to comment. And I know that because I saw somebody else, another content creator, talking about basically what's happened to he was a Kenyan. He's like, what's happened to our Kenyan women, African women? So you prefer to give it up to a white man but you don't, it's us African men that you don't want because we're poor, because we're this. And again, it's been used to bring that division that also they don't want us, their actual men, their own African men, because we're poor. And I just think, you know what? This is the white man playing that divide and conquer again. Yeah.
I hear you guys, but thanks for that, because I genuinely didn't look at it from that angle. I just thought, you look good. Do you want to see my hotel room? Just was way too easy. And I was just like, what is happening here? And then I watched that other video where they were saying it's just a proximity to whiteness is what black women are on. Not just black women, he was saying black men as well, to be with a white woman and vice versa. But no, it can be, like you said, if you're poor and you think that you're going to get a little bit of change, then you're going to do what you're doing, isn't it?
And also, before Gary spoke before, I wanted to enter the point that you have to look at social context. It's so important when we talk about do Africans think that they have more proximity to whiteness than we did? Our experience of colonialism and slavery, of enslavement, sorry, are similar, but they're not the same. And you have to look at the context, right? We, on this call, we're all descendants of slaves, right, that were taken to the Caribbean. And then our people came here. For the most part, the people that left the Caribbean to come here to the UK, the Windrush generation, they weren't the literate class of the Caribbean. They weren't the people who had they weren't the judges and the doctors and the policy makers and the senior civil servants. They weren't from that class, right? So when we, I think there's no comparison, because when we compare to our Black British Caribbean experience, Africa's had class issues. You see it when you're there, right? Way more than us. So they're understanding. So this guy is effectively going into, I don't know, let me think of a real ghetto place. I don't know. I can't think of one off the top of my head, right? But he's going to a real ghetto place and he's appealing to these young women, right? I think their experience of colonialism is slightly different to ours. What did you say, Gary?
He said West Croydon.
Oh Jesus!
All right, guys.
Oh,
it's fine.
Jesus!
It's fine. 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 All I'm gonna say is it's on site. That's all I'm gonna say. It's on site. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, child.
And the thing is, I can always tell when he's going to make trouble, because you can just see the smirk comes and the trouble just sits here.
Don't let my Croydon radar go off. And when I look on the screen, it's your picture. I'm telling you right now. For that comment.
That's too funny. But yeah, Donna, as you were saying and was rudely interrupted.
No, I helped her. She said you can't figure somewhere, so I just gave her a place in it.
Yeah, like West Croydon.
You could say that about Hackney. You could say that about
no, but I'm saying that we I think we sometimes, it's not. I was saying to a friend today, this is my issue when people talk about, the Caribbean community isn't where it needs to be and whatever. We're coming from completely different starting points, and so yes, I think their impression of colonialism is slightly different, because they had class structures that dealt with white people almost on an equivalency level, almost, but not the same, right? We didn't have that. We were enslaved by them, so we know. You and I can walk. Think of any place you've ever worked, right? Where you've got somebody from Africa and you've got a Caribbean person. The Caribbean person will see Helen from HR and know exactly what Helen is on. The African person is going to think that them and Helen, because they brought her in a little jollof rice and all of these things, they're going to think that they're cobs. We don't think that we're cobs with them, because we know that they. Do you understand? So we approach them from or at least I approach them from I have never seen not one white woman in work and thought, yeah, me and you are friends. We have become friends. We have become friends, but that was not my starting point, because I know you're dangerous, you're vicious, and you will do anything that serves your self-interests.
Yeah.
That's what my history tells me. My history says you will cry and you will say that Gary did it even though Gary wasn't there. Do you understand? Yeah. Right. So we approach them differently, and I think that's very evidenced in our and I admire that. I admire the African thing, right? Because they're like, what, we're level, like we're no different. We're confident, but equally, I don't think they have the resilience in these white spaces that we have, because we've lived with them longer. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, it does.
Do you know what? I think my auntie said something one time. She's at work, and it always resonated with me. She said she was at work and she was talking to one of her friends from America, or not from America, one of our other black people in America, and the person said to her, "I'm really envious of you." And so Marty was like, why? Because you know where you come from. You can go back to Jamaica and say you're Jamaican. All I can do say is American, and I'm not American. Even though Jamaica is not the place she started from. She goes, you could go I'm Jamaican. I got to say I'm American, and I know I'm not from America. So even, I mean, and she goes, it really gives you a sense of pride, like kind of thing. But I said, most people are proud of their nation. She said, no, well, obviously people are not. Like Black Americans are like, all right, you know what? This is our experience. And I suppose it's the same thing you're saying, Donna, that if you're from a place that doesn't interact with a certain community all the time, and then you start interacting with them, that's why I know a lot of older black and Black Caribbean people don't like Asian people for some reason. And then sometimes I'm like, what's wrong with that? They've got.
Now we remember. You still there? We remember who killed Burnham. You remember, man? Me not like them. Me not like them neither. Not really. Not like that. Again, another group that I'm very. Right, a group that I don't. It's not that I don't like them because they're Asian, but my spidey senses tell me you again, you're very self-interest serving, right? But but we remember, because obviously my granddad came here in the 50s, so when they couldn't manage their thing with the teddy boys, they were quick to send for the Caribbean people to come and do their doors and all the rest of it. Because them can't fight, because basically their men are also women. So so we remember when they were doing the P word. No, I'm talking real talk now. When they were doing the P bashing and the mods and the there was on them, it's us they sent for to back their thing because they can't fight. So again, you know, when they came here and Idi Amin kicked them out, many of them came to communities where they were already established Caribbean communities. And I think whilst a lot of the older people might remember that synergy, it has been lost through the generations. And now we've got to, I tell you this for nothing, this is real. If I go to a job, and I find out that my immediate line manager or my line manager's line manager is Asian woman, I'm leaving that job. I would I would rather work and have 2 white women as my line manager than to have 2 Asian women. And I swear that on God.
Yeah, they can be worse. They can be worse.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, they can be.
They're so delulu. And I'm not preaching hate here or anything. I'm just saying my experience, my Caribbean experience. Remember, my mum was Guyanese, so she comes from a place where there's enough of them there. My experience of them is that they think they're better. And they too, you know, there's a lot of exploitation, but when it gets rough now, they're going to call for us because they know that we will fight. That's the one thing the world knows about Caribbean people, that we're not having it. And I think sometimes that has been weaponized, but that's a conversation for another day when Gary is not here mentioning West Croydon. When I see you, it's on site. Wherever you listen, DJ Jigger, it's on site. It's on site, bro. It's on site. And your girl is my friend, so it's doubly on site. I don't care. Anytime I see you, you're getting it.
I see the thing, man. I watch YouTube. I see the videos on YouTube, the West Croydon people videos, the highlights.
Now, after this, I'm calling the rain. I'm calling the rain.
Highlight videos, man.
Yeah, she's Croydon as well, isn't it?
No, she's Kelly. She's upmarket.
Okay.
Whoa! Weird. No, because I'm looking for the 9 to rise it. Where is it? No, let me look quick. It's what did you say?
And it's sorry. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's still in the Kenley still comes under the borough of Croydon.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there you go.
Another case of a big forehead with a little brain.
But not West.
Trisha, when I come back, can it just be me, you, and Shah? because at the beginning you said that he wasn't gonna come, and you just let him come in now. Look now. Are you called it, Trisha? Are you make it up, man? Are you and Shah? They be. I can't see if I'm Charlie and I be a teeth.
Gary a part of the thing. We can't make him that come. I can't do that. he usually strikes. So we missed last week. It's too funny. But it's up It's after 10, but I just wanted to show you like one more thing, yeah?
God, sure one thing.
Just it's a trivial one. It's not a topic. It's just things that go viral in our group really make me wonder. So this post
I was
got
shocked at this one.
74,000 post reach, yeah? And it's just this. Hang on, can you see let me see if I click on it if that's it.
That's a tiger,
Be
right?
realistic.
Yeah,
It's a tiger biting you in the back of your neck. 74,000 post reach, right? Be realistic. What are you doing in this situation?
I mean, if you're
So I
outside
was
of
like,
it, if you're outside the
what can you
situation,
do?
if you're outside the situation, like to protect the person with the tiger around your neck.
Be realistic. What are you doing? So I'm assuming that you're the person, and the question's asking what you do with this situation.
No, I took it. I took it as I'm the person. I'm seeing you with a tiger around your neck. I'm gonna go and help you.
I don't know if the tiger's around your neck. You're already dead. Like, what me I could do? The comments were freaking hilarious. This is what I wanted to show you, lot. Yeah, the comments had me crying. Stacey Moon said, "Dying." What else are you gonna do? That hang on, just like what the option is there. No explanation. Jitsu. You literally took the words out of my mouth. Everybody was saying, "Well, yeah, what are you gonna do?" Andrew Clegg said he would have a danger wank. I was like, what's a what in the hell is a danger wank?
Danger wank.
I was like, what is that? What is a danger wank?
Is that one for the road?
Must be
a danger wank. I was like,
better get in quickly before the time.
He was like, yeah, to be honest, you might as well crank one last one out before you die. So if the tiger's around your neck, you're going to really think about knocking one out. Like, I was just like, wow. Oh my God, in tears. Too funny. In that situation, you're dead. I'd still be trying to boot the snoot. Probably how I got myself in that situation in the first place. But this Ro Vitalis killed me. Watch this. Hang on. There's no volume. Is there no volume? Is there no volume on this? I can't even see a little thing. But yeah, there's no volume, I don't think. Can you see it?
No.
You can't see it?
No.
Oh,
not
shame.
Not sharing.
Share my screen. But there's no volume.
On the sides, there's nothing.
Oh, there it is.
There at the bottom, yeah.
To do here. Guys, just move out of the way. Once you dodge the mountain lion's attack, pick it up, then strap it to the bike, push it down the hill. This will give you enough time to jump down after it, so when it slams into a wall, you can come in with a face kick into a suplex. It's literally a cat. I can't believe how many people needed my help with this one. I'm a park ranger. Let me show you what to do here. Guys, just move out of the way. Once you dodge the mountain lion's attack, pick it up, then strap it to the bike, push it down the hill. This will give you enough time to jump down after it, so when it slams into a wall, you can come in with a face kick into a suplex. It's literally a cat. I can't believe how many people needed my help with this one.
But someone said in the comments, what made me laugh is that he actually went off to research this and came back with, yeah, man, light work. That's what I would do. I would push the mountain lion down on a bike, off the cliff, jump off the cliff, kick it in the face, and then, like, what? But the comments were hilarious. I'm not going to go through all of them. A little bit of screaming and stuff. You're dead. Do you want my real answer or my internet answer? He's dangerous, but I wanted his real answer. Like, people like, what do you expect me to do? Simple. simple. Reach around, thumb in the eye. When it complains to the ref, head between the legs, swing it up for a power bomb. As it staggers to its feet, stalk it from behind until it turns around, and then hit it with a stone cold stunner. Seeing stars, little kick, the pouring.
You don't be watch too much WWF about Stone Cold Stunner.
Right.
You man with Steve Austin.
And go straight into people's elbow. Problem, all you have is that you were overthinking the solution. But they really came up with. I was crying. I was like, the things that go viral in this group,
Mad.
Of all things, why this? But some of the answers, I'm not going to go through all of them because there was hundreds of comments. But some of them were absolutely hilarious. Okay, hang on. Miles said, "Hey, you four look so fun. Me and my family, Mr. Bernal, Nick Grassy, love your stream." Well, thank you for being here. We love that you love us. We love that you love us. But yeah, with that said, I just wanted to say thank you, as I always do. We're coming to an end now. To Donna, obviously, for coming on. It's always a pleasure, always educational, always good conversation, man. You are part of the family.
Yeah.
I also wanted to say thank you to the No Bravado crew. More and more posts are going viral in the group, which I'm finding really interesting and pleasing. I like that. I like that people are really interacting and that it seems to be getting out there. So we just got to keep going. We just got to keep going, and we'll get there. But thank you for all of you lot that keep the group active and that keep posting and that comment, and even when they're cussing us when it makes no sense. Thanks, I guess. To Mark, whatever his name was today, I didn't get it. I didn't get it at all, but okay, it's his opinion. But yeah, No Bravado is definitely, it's a passion project. We just come on here and we talk about all things that we like talking about with our honest opinion, and I love it, and I love that you guys love it, and I love that it's growing, and I'm really appreciative, and I can't wait to see where it goes. Me and Donna, our birthdays are a day apart, so I wanted to do like a little birthday live. So when you get back from the Caribbean weekender, then we can talk about how we're going to do it and where we're going to do it, and do a live and have a little party afterwards. I think that would be dope.
I'm on.
Maybe sometime in May. So
Yes.
we'll pick a date. Let's talk offline and pick a date, and then let's try and see if I can make.
But Gary's got to stay in the kitchen and wash dishes for his comments this evening. There's no, I will suffer no other resolution than that. And I'm not. It's not paper plate. He's got to clean the curry goat pot. He's got to the bun up rice pot. The hard, difficult pots. That's what he's got to watch.
That's definitely West Croydon, isn't it? Crunchy rice. Don't worry. I won't be here. I'll be in St. Lucia. So it's good. You're good. You're good.
No, we're waiting till you come back. We're not going to have an open
and he forgets. I used to work for UK Border Force, brother. You might not get back in. I'll just leave it at that.
It's all good, man. You hear me? Seven back with them dogs. Coming around the bag.
No, we wouldn't have a No Bravado with not being here. You're mad.
Do you know what? One time was in St. Lucia. We was coming back. It was me, Goody, Nigel, and someone was coming back. So there was my friend Tracy was with us, and she said, "I ain't walking through with you lot because we're gonna get stopped." I said, "No, we're not gonna get stopped." And she goes, "Nigel looks like the Baron." As soon as we walked through customs, the woman said, "Nigel, come here."
Right, he looked like a Baron.
No.
That was her nickname for him for years. The Baron. UK Border Force boy won't have none of it.
Yeah, that's one thing you never catch me doing is walking through. Like when we went to Romania the other day, and they made me take off my shoes and sit on one chair. I was chilling. You ain't gonna find shit on me. That's one thing I'm never gonna do. Like, you're gonna just have to give me back my shoes and let me go on my way. Because you know what I mean. It's never gonna be me. Sorry.
I get worried though, and even though I haven't got anything, I always, whenever they stop me or dog come past me, I always get, because a couple of times I've been stopped and they tell me, oh, you've got bomb substance or something like that, residue. You know, they do that touch thing and they put it in, it comes up with some gunpowder or something like that. I'm like, I don't know nothing.
No gun.
No, nothing like that.
No,
Did I ever tell you about the time? Funny. This is, I don't know if I've told you. So one time, me and Noah was going to do a radio station. I ever tell you about this? And we were going over. We're going over the A40 flyover into. We're going to go. It was on GCFM. We were going to go to the station just by Westfields. So as you come over the flyover and you go down, like you're going towards Shepherd's Bush, there was a car parked to the side. So I looked at the car, and there's a lot of traffic. There was never usually traffic. There was a lot of traffic. I said, oh, no, that's police. He said, that's not police. He goes, it's policeman. So we kept on driving. As we got down bottom, bare police come out with guns all around the car, surround the car. Surround the car, guns, yeah. Get out of the car. Operation Trident. What's going on? They, put your hands on the steering wheel. Everyone's get out of the car now. They're having asked us where we're coming from, what we're doing, and that kind of stuff. They let the dog go in and out of my car. And they said, oh, the reason we pulled you over because you spotted us. No one else has spotted us. So I said, just standing, you're parked on the bloody dual carriageway on the side, like just one car. Of course you're going to be police. Anyway, so the funniest thing happened, right? So I'm vexed now anyway because they pulled us over. So they let the car go, my dog go in my boot. So I had a CD case, like so big. The dog got the CD case.
Oh no!
So I'm like, what's going on? So the man come up to me and said to me, I'm really sorry, the dog's bitten through all your CDs, like crushed through the CDs. So I'm looking, I'm vexed now. And you know when
Vex.
Hold on. You know when people
Not on music.
You know when people got people skills. You know some people got people skills.
Yeah.
Like this police officer, white officer, come up, looked at me, looked at the CD case, looked at me, looked at Noah, looked at the CD case, goes, looks like our dog don't like R&B.
Really?
I just burst out laughing. Looks like our dog don't like R&B.
Face looking bright though.
When you said it,
strap it to a bike and push it down the mountain and then drop kick it in its face.
Oh, that was so fun. That day was so hilarious. I was so vexed, but in that second,
you had to laugh.
Just had to laugh. And they gave me some yellow piece of paper to claim. I never dash that way. But yeah, they were the days. Cool. Yeah.
Anyway, let me let Donna get on back to her activities.
Back to West Croydon.
You're by yourself, Gidja.
We want her to come back, Gary, so stop it.
Yeah, she come back, man. Come back.
You'll come back, won't you, love?
Donna, we love you.
I love you too, Trisha. I love you too, Shasha.
Love you. Don't worry about it.
Oh, you're the best. But
cool.
Thank you for all that were watching. Thank you for contributing to the group. We'll be back next week. Until then, keep contributing, keep throwing topics in the group. We love it.
All right, see you later.
See you later.
See you later.
Good night,
Bye. Good night, everyone. Good night.
Good night.